What up, world? What up, world? What up, world? You are in tune to Mod's Unbiased Opinion. And man, I'm excited to bring this show to you today. We got a couple of you in the live chat already. Craig Warlow was popping. Afton, what's going on? It's good to see you. Look, I'm gonna tell you something. There's some things we got to talk about, and I got a special guest. I have a special guest. Not I have a secret. I got a special guest. He's on here with me, but make sure that you like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube and Twitch so when we go live, you're definitely gonna get those notifications. And look, man, membership lines wide open. We want you to be a part of Know It All Nation. And there's some things that we share just special for members only. And then there's content that members get first before the rest of the world get it. So we definitely want to share that with you. And the super chats are wide slap open. So if you want to super chat and get your comment on the screen and on stage for us to talk about, make sure that you do that as well. Today is Omar figuring it out. And look, Mod's Unbiased Opinion is based upon my questions, your answers. So make sure that you interact with me so that way you can, ask your questions, man, because, this is coming from an unbiased space, somebody who is a Cowboy fan, but who has an affinity for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Man, we're going to get this thing started. We're going to get this thing started right and quickly, and we'll be right back right after this.
Yeah. Look, my opinion is my opinion. And my advice, you should listen. Talking love, no competition. Unbiased, forgot to mention. This is the show. Yeah, this is the show. This is the show.
You're gonna learn today.
And I got my special guest right here with me. Your main man, Tate Boy Fresh. What's poppin', man?
Ma, what's good, man? Thanks for having me, man. Having me on your show, our channel, but your show. But it's your unbiased opinion. I'm here with all big bias, though. That's what I'm here for. Big bias.
You rolling with the big bias?
Big bias.
What's up, Steeler Lee, man? My God, Jay Steve. Mark Cunningham, what is up, baby? It's good to see you up in here, man. Craig Warlow's talking about if Queen gets traded, it'll probably be after the draft. We can talk about that today. Definitely want to get into that. Afton said, hey, Tate, what's good?
Shout out,
Look, man, so the question, $1 million question, man, has Omar figured this thing out, man? Has Omar really put together a 53-man roster that is solid and that's able to compete in today's NFL? We have to keep in mind, today's NFL is a mixture between 11 and 12 personnel, a mixture between a run-heavy offense and a pass-heavy offense. And then on top of that, it's a dominant defense. Is he putting together one of those? And how do we feel? Do we feel like it's being put together in a way in which you can do some damage, man? How do you feel about that, Tate? Let me ask you, how are you feeling about the roster construction right now from Omar Khan? How you feeling?
In Omar, we trust, man, right? You still a fan of Omar, we trust. You know what I mean? We talk about Mr. Rooney. I'll give Mr. Rooney this. He keep his hands off football decisions. He let Omar and Andy Wild go about building a team because we got some, in my biased opinion, we got some owners out there being diabolical, wanting to be the general manager. You know what I mean? All up in the business.
All up in the videos.
Right. You know what I mean? But now he not one. Omar been cooking since he took over for Kevin Colbert, right? I mean, I like what he's doing, I like what he's done, I like what he's doing, I like the direction we're headed. In this particular, the 53 ain't set yet, right? Because we still got 12 draft picks, and if we get 5 or 6 good players out of that to add to this mix of players we got and get rid of some older ones, we doing what he's supposed to do to build an organization. So, it's not done yet, but he's still working. But I like the work he's doing.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna do something. And we're not gonna. I was gonna actually incorporate it on the screen, um, for you to pick, but we're gonna do a live, absolutely live draft at the end of this. Absolutely live.
Oh, wow.
We're gonna allow. I'm gonna allow um the picks from you, and I'm gonna allow the picks from the audience as well. So you guys stay around at the end of this so that we can make those picks, and I'll tell you who's available, who's not. You know what I'm saying? So we'll be able to go from that vantage point. We're gonna do it from PFF. Look, so the 53 man, it's not set, right? But I do believe, and you could tell me if I'm wrong, I do believe that he's filled enough of the holes to where you could go BPA in this draft, or you can literally hone in on your guy and say, you know what, this is the guy that I want. I want this guy. I can trade the back half of my picks and a pick from next year, and package up and get to a place to where I'm literally picking whoever I want, getting the best guy available in the room. So I do believe that we're to that place now in Pittsburgh. What about you? Do you believe that? In chat, do you believe that as well?
Well, yeah, I certainly believe that, and that's the goal. I mean, you don't want to go into the draft with any major glaring identifiable holes. I mean, you have places you want to get better, but I mean, like we know, everybody knows a Steeler needs a guard. Everybody knows a Steeler needs a wide receiver, and sometimes you would have to draft a guard or a wide receiver because you picking first, right? But if Thiemann or Caleb Downs, for whatever reason, fell in the draft and were there, or you want to trade up and get them, you can get those guys because you've already set the foundation everywhere else and at every other position to allow yourself to be able to acquire the best acquisition.
Facts. I believe that, and I wholeheartedly, I can see that taking shape right now. The second half of this question, and this is where I really want to spend the majority of the time, having had Mike McCarthy as a coach, right? Having had him as a coach in for several years in Dallas, he wasn't bad. Like we went 12, we won 12 games 3 times while he was there, right? His offensive style and his defensive style. His defense, I don't know much about because Dan Quinn was that guy for a while, right? And DQ, his style is different. And he was a head coach, and he's the head coach in the league. So he's a head coach in his thinking. But I do know Mike McCarthy offensively. And offensively, we know he's about the choice routes. Offensively, we know he uses the tight end a lot. Offensively, we know he loves the zone running schemes. You know what I'm saying? And he's got his guys in there. He went and got his Rico Dowdell. You know what I'm saying? He went and got his Brock Hoffman, which we'll talk about here in just a second. You know what I'm saying? So he's got guys who's familiar with what he likes to do. So since Omar has brought in his type of talent, do you believe? I believe. I'm just telling Pittsburgh Steelers fans everywhere. I believe this is a team Mike McCarthy is going to thrive with. I believe it's a team he's going to get the most out of Moof. Moof is going to have a banner year. Watch what I tell you. Moof is going to have a banner year. A year like Dalton Schultz had when he was the top tight end and went and got paid at Houston. He's going to have one of those type of years. So this is the team I believe Mike McCarthy is going to get a lot of mileage out of. Talk to me, Tate. How do you feel about this? You think Mike will be able to coach this team up?
I think he will, just based off experience, right? Let's confess, Yins out there listening, watching, that the hire was less than inspiring when it happened, right? When we go back to that Saturday morning, getting all kind of texts like, "Oh no, like what the heck are the Steelers doing?" and all that kind of stuff. And now, now that we 2 months removed from that, 6-8 weeks removed from that, we had some acquisitions, we had some roster changes. I mean, I like the team that Omar Khan, Mike McCarthy, and the Steelers are putting together for on the field. I mean, we got a lot of the same defensive players, but we got new defensive coordinator, defensive schematics. I'll be talking about that more on Tate's Take on Wednesday. That I believe will allow the Steelers to be more aggressive, to hunt. Mike McCarthy gonna cook with his offense, the players he's picking, and yeah. So I mean, I think they are set up to win. Now it's a tough division. Now you're not gonna have Lamar Jackson playing like he played last year. Joe Burrow potentially with a full season, so those guys will be a formidable rivals per usual. But I feel like the rivalries won't change in the AFC North because they are what they are. They're really like geographical rivalries with close proximity. Like, I mean, the NFC East, you know, those rivals go way back. We're talking 40, 50 years. Way back.
Way back. Yeah.
Our division has been a division since 2000 or so, 2001. And the rivalries, like, you know, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Pittsburgh always been a rivalry. Cincinnati stepped up for some years in the 2000s where they became a rivalry. But, man, we had some of the same coaches for so long. Harbaugh, Tomlin. I mean, I'm wondering if the rivalries don't lessen because they're still those geographical rivalries, but if they become less intense and more, you see more offensive, not just that AFC North football that you used to, because I believe, you know, Baltimore got a defensive coach, but we're going to see more offense out of Pittsburgh. Cincinnati's about the offense. And then we know the Browns got a defense, but I think they really going to work in the draft on getting their offense. So I think Pittsburgh's suited to compete again like they do every year, but potentially even, you know, make a run with Mike McCarthy.
Yeah. So I made a point, and Craig Warlow said, I think both tight ends will eat this year. I don't know if Washington eats the way that Freiermuth and the new tight end that he brings in is going to eat. I don't know. I don't know that Mount Washington's going to eat because he's going to require his tight ends to get vertical and to get in seams, right? And Muth will be able to eat on the comeback routes. How do you feel about that, man? How do you feel about that assessment? You think that it's a right assessment here at Mods Unbiased opinion?
Yeah, man. I mean, Muth should have a breakout year in this offense that's tight end centric, right? I mean, tight ends are used. Tight end is literally the safety blanket for the quarterback in this offense, right? Because he comes off the line of scrimmage, reads what the defense is doing, makes himself immediately available for the quarterback if he needs to get rid of it. You know, last year that was a lot of dump off passes to Gainwell and stuff. But with Mike McCarthy, who will allow the quarterback to go over the middle, who will trust Aaron Rodgers, you're going to see a lot more, like tight end pop passes, tight end choice routes, whether he breaks in, breaks out. You'll see a lot more of that of the pressure alleviator than you are the dump offs the running backs.
Facts. And those will probably be the passes that Mount Washington gets, right? Because I just think in my mind, the way that McCarthy coaches, I see him using Mount Washington more inline blocking, right? You know, I see him more inline block, being able to, because on that vertical, when I say the zone running game, you guys, is between the guard and the tackle, and sometimes between the tackle and the tight end, right? If he rarely runs inside. Like, you know, he couldn't run inside with Pollard and with Zeke, right? So he started running more to that guard tackle zone and then that tackle tight end. So if you use Mount Washington right there in the zone technique, I think Rico will be able to have, you know, great success there running towards Mount Washington's side. But I'm gonna tell you, Muth has enough wiggle and enough speed to get up through the seam, and that's why I think he's gonna have big numbers, really big numbers this year.
He is, I agree, but you know what? I think part is we missing. Go back, study the combine and stuff like that. Mount Washington faster than Muth. His 40 time faster. Mount Washington ran like a 4.66 and Muth ran like a 4.77. So Mount Washington is faster, the better athlete. I think Muth has more wiggle, but I mean, you got a whole larger catch radius. So you talking about Mount Washington down the middle.
You do.
It's harder to miss high. No, Diddy. It's more difficult to miss high throwing into Mount Washington than it is throwing to Pat Freiermuth.
Yeah, and Gary says, "What's up, Gary? Thank you for being a part of Know It All Nation." He said
Definitely.
Washington is more athletic than people think. I
He
believe
is.
he can get vertical.
And,
Okay.
and you know what, Mod? If this a contract year for him, right? Hopefully they extending. I mean, he could be tied into. He could play himself into a spot where in another year or two they let Fryer move go. I think it benefits Washington to come in like 15, 20 pounds lighter. If he can do
Mhm.
that, make himself, a little leaner, a little more available in the pass game, it could change some things.
Yeah, man. Mean Green, Washington not only eats, he bulldozes. I like it. I like it. Um, Gary Styles says, "What's up? Hey, what's up, Robert? Man, what's good?" He said, "Amuth is much faster out of his breaks." That is the truth. That is a true statement. I
But when you
what
when you talk about getting vertical, though, you talking about running the seam route, though, right?
Yeah, but in the scene, you have to kind of give one way. You got to sell. You got to
You do,
get the person
or
leaning, the linebacker leaning,
or
or
or just run somebody over and keep on trucking.
well, you can't really run them over when
If
you're
you're
going.
inside that line of scrimmage, that you can.
Oh yeah, it's at the line of scrimmage, running over. You know, just clean out, just
I don't,
clean as clock.
I don't expect Washington to be used flexed out that much. Though, they might start a play with him flexed out and bring him in. But I mean, I think most of his route will be ran from close to the tackle.
Love it, man. So the question, lingering question to all of the chat that we have here and that we posed was, is Omar figuring this thing out, man? Y'all tell me. You tell me. Chat, tell me. Is Omar figuring this thing out? And now we're on the second part. Like I said, can Mike coach him up? The running game. Outside we haven't talked about Driftwood at the quarterback position, which we're gonna. But the running game, man. With the addition of Brock Hoffman, and what you already have, and you're gonna end up having to get another offensive lineman. You're building something like a bullet, something that where we're not just in the trenches. We're not just gonna lay down. We're not gonna allow you to get after our quarterback, and we're definitely gonna move the line of scrimmage. Offensive line need to move the line of scrimmage to 2 to 3 yards down the field. That's what you want. Brock Hoffman was a signing, and I'm going to tell you, as a Cowboy fan, we did not want to lose Brock Hoffman. I don't care what PFF say. He's nasty. He could play center. He could play guard. That was something that you needed in a line, somebody who can play dual positions. And I just want to let you know, you guys got a winner in Brock Hoffman. We didn't want to let him go. We just couldn't pay him, right? There comes a time when you can't pay everybody on your roster and you got to let good people go. And this was one of those cap casualties. So with the addition of Hoffman and the line philosophy and Rico Dowdell, how you figure your running game's going to be? How do you, what to project to me, think in your mind, what you think the running game's going to look like?
Well, it'll be a much more powerful run game, right? I mean, Rico Dowdell is more powerful than Kenneth Gainwell. I'm not going to say he's more powerful than Jalen Warren because Jalen Warren's a powerful back, but he's more durable than Jalen Warren. He's more can carry more of the load on first and second down, and now you can sprinkle Jalen Warren in for the explosive plays, for the quick draws, the screen passes, put him in on third down because he's a tremendous pass blocker. And with Rico Dowdell, you got you a 1,000-yard rusher, just like clockwork. You know what I mean? So who's familiar with Mike McCarthy's system, who knows the play book already, how things will be blocked up and stuff like that. And Mike McCarthy knows what he's doing. That's why he wanted this guy. With Gainwell, we had two third down backs that really carried the load. We kind of forced Jalen Warren to be the starting running back first and second down, but he's not that guy. We had two elite third down backs. Now we have a base running back between the tackles, first, second down, move the chains, and Warren who can do that, but who will be used as a more explosive component. You compared it before, I kind of like if y'all had still not watch Zeke, but not prime Zeke either, but not watch Zeke, and your boy that played for the Tennessee Titans now, Pollard, right?
Tony Pollard, yep.
Yeah, those two. I mean, I see something similar with these two running backs. And the Steelers just made a move today where they signed Travis Homer, former Seattle Seahawk and Chicago Bear. I'm wondering what happens with Caleb Johnson now. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, hold on, man. Mark, he said neither one of those guys are gonna outrun each other. Mark, congratulations. You earned your first one. I don't know if you can watch Jalen Warren. Jalen Warren's a home run hitter. He can take it to the house. He has a lot more speed than you're giving him credit for. And Rico Dowdell will take it to the house. You didn't watch him last year, and I've seen him in Dallas get up and go to the house. So both of them can outrun the defense. That's not that is a false claim. That's a false accusation right there, Mark. Definitely, like I said, when it comes down to it, running back wise, I think this is a great combination. I actually went back and watched some film on Jalen Warren, and I want to commend you on what you said. Boy, tough, man. Boy, get some tough yards, tougher. His body structure, and it doesn't look like he's that type of a back. But the boy can take some punishment and get through it. Like, now that's something you don't want because he's injury prone when he starts getting, hit like that. But Rico's a guy, though. Rico's a guy who's going to be able to take a lot of that away from him. And by the time Jalen gets in the game, it's a speed change. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand where the lack of speed comes from. Can you have anything to attest that to, Tate? I mean, am I wrong?
Nah, man. I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, you absolutely. I seen Jalen Warren take it to the house for like 75 yards against the Browns in the game. I saw him last year catch a little screen pass from Aaron Rodgers and get 68 down the field, and only the DBs is already in front of him, the ones that caught him. I mean, Jalen Warren definitely has pull away. I saw games of Carolina Panthers last year that Rico Dowdell having had a couple 200-yard games last season, breaking away for 40 and 50-yard runs. This has happened. This is on the tape. I mean, you might not look at them, they ran a 4.340. You know what I mean? But Jalen Warren, every bit of a fast 4.5. Fast 4.5, which means he could be in the 4.4s any run that he take. You know what I mean? So Enrico Dowdell is a 4.5 guy who would, if he got the right angle on somebody, he's faster than Le'Veon Bell was. We saw how that worked.
Yeah, definitely. And here's the thing about Jalen Warren. He has more wiggle than you would think too. You know what I'm saying? He's a little smaller in stature. He can hide and then get out from behind a lineman pretty fast. And his
run balance is amazing too.
Yes. When you can hide behind your lineman and then flash and be able to get to the next level, that's important. That's why this next thing is important to me. When we start talking about Omar figuring it out, he said, "Well, hold on." He said Johnson looks like he runs slower than Najee. I don't know that I've seen enough of him to say that.
No, I think Caleb Johnson's 40 time at the combine was 4.57. And I think Najee's might have been like 4.53, 4.54. But the difference is Johnson's 40 time is slow because he's slow to start. But if Johnson get 10 yards of daylight and build that speed, peace. Najee was gonna get walked. Najee's speed is flat what it is. Johnson is slow to get started, but once he build, like if you clock him at his top speed, he might be flirting with 21 miles per hour point something.
Afton said Warren has the heart of three men. He really does. He's a person that plays with a lot of heart.
She make him sound like he a character on Game of Thrones or something. Jalen Warren is the man of three hearts.
I love it. She's one of the dragons there, man. Honestly, when it comes down to it, he said, okay, Mean Green said, I do know from what I've seen, the combination of Rico and Warren is going to be very special duo on this year. I think you got to smash and dash. I think you got to smash and dash. You need a power back, and you need someone who's going to take it up the middle and get those hard yards. And then you need somebody who's going to be able to get out on the zone, because here's the deal: you made the comparison, but what happened with Zeke was your inside power back. He got 1,000 yards.
Being a running back from Texas.
Hey, you still on? You didn't mute. So you had Zeke, who was your power back, right? But then you had Tony Pollard, who was able to get those yards on the zone, on that outside zone run. So that was your smash and dash there. Zeke had 1,000 yards, but Tony was right behind it. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you're gonna see the evolution of that, and regardless to who's at quarterback, that makes your team better. Period. Point blank. Because if you can't stack the box in a running game, in a NFL game, if you can't stack the box, now you keep the defense guessing. And with the defense guessing, they're at a whole nother plane. They can't just come in and disrupt anything that you're doing. Now let's talk Driftwood, man. I mean, you're going to talk about this later on during the week, because you have this slotted to talk about, and I think it may be with Devin. Bro, how confident are you in Aaron Rodgers coming back and making his decision to come back? How confident are you that that's going to happen in the next couple of weeks, bro?
I'm pretty confident, man. I don't think the Steelers would be dragging their feet if they didn't know something. I mean, I'm feel pretty confident. I don't know that they know, but I feel like they just got to know. They're not going to just let the offseason go completely without addressing the quarterback situation in some kind of way. So I feel like they know something. Mike McCarthy got a better relationship with Aaron Rodgers, long relationship, than Mike Tomlin did. You know what I mean? So, I mean, Mike McCarthy, even if he said it or not, got a sense of what Aaron wants to do. When he's on the Pat McAfee show, I could tell just by looking at him during that interview that he looked revived, right? You know, he didn't look beat up like he did at the end of the season. You know, like he took some time off. He looked a little like he'd been working out, looked a little stronger and stuff like that. I mean, so I think he's working out to be ready. He's gonna play. I mean, I can't believe the Steelers would be this negligent about taking care of the most important situation on the football team.
Still Elite said, just hate that if Driftwood comes back, that means Roman and Muth are pretty much froze out. I hope I'm wrong. I don't think Muth is – listen, even if Driftwood's a quarterback, I think he's going to go to Muth. He's going to – you know what I'm saying? He's going to have to, right? He's going to have to, because in a McCarthy offense – you have to look at the tight end on the seam route. You have to look at him on the comeback, like Tate said. Those are things that have to happen, right? And in my mind, bro, you're right. I thought about what you said on the know-it-alls. In my mind, this is the quarterback that I really believe and that I want to see be a Steeler, right? This guy, to me, I think is a quarterback one of the future. You know what I'm saying? He's never played with talent, never played with wide receiver talent, never had a prolific offensive coach. But he's got a cannon for an arm, man. And he's got that NFL build, right? And he's very physical, elusive, not really fast, but he's elusive enough to escape the pocket. And then he has the arm to be able to get it to wide receivers down the field. I would love to see this happen. And I wouldn't even mind if it was something that happened in the second or the third round. Talk to me, Tate. First and foremost, you said that he wouldn't be available. I believe so. I think this is a guy who's going to go earlier than most people expect, to a team that probably nobody expects. But I think he's a pro prospect nonetheless. Just looking at film, man, God, he's good. He just hadn't had any talent, man. He hasn't had any talent around him at the wide receiver position. Talk to me, Tay. How you feeling?
If he goes that early, second round, somebody they did the Steelers a favor. You know, you can't coach 6'5", 235. You can't coach that. You are that. You can't coach that arm strength. You know what I mean? He is that. But Will Howard 6'5", 235. Will Howard won a national championship. Now he had talent, but I don't know the talent that Drew Aller didn't have because Drew Aller not accurate. I believe Drew Aller under 60% at Penn State. Drew Aller, you know.
But does that have anything to do? Does that have anything to do with the talent around? Because if they're not catching the ball, that's gonna make your percentage go down.
No, but if you're not throwing on target, that's gonna make the wide receivers not look like they're not getting receptions. So I'm not saying he's not a physical talent from a Tracy perspective. He is, but like I say, and I repeat it again because guys, you know, we all follow our own people. You follow a lot of the Dallas Cowboy people. You watch their podcasts, you follow their Twitters, X's accounts, and stuff like that. I just go off the two most trusted guys. Two guys I trust most in Steelers, you know, local media is Alan Saunders and Nick Faribault. They both said Will Howard would be QB3 in this draft, which puts him above Drew Aller. And I believe that's your rookie. I believe day 2, I don't want that pick. Now, if you get him in the 4th round and you really want him, then get him. But to me, Will Howard's the rookie. You go ahead and take them first 5 picks in the first 100 and go ahead and build the team. Get your receiver, get your guard, get your safety, get your linebacker. Get those pieces. I don't need another dart thrower quarterback because I got Will Howard, who I ain't seen play, and next year is the quarterback draft. So now if you want to get a guy in the 6th or 7th, they had in, what's his name, Cole from North Dakota State, Cole Payton, right?
Yep.
You know, somebody like that, Taylor Green, bring that in. Work that. That's a project. When you can draft a potential starter in the 3rd round, you draft that. Will Howard a 5th round pick. If you want to match Will Howard up against another 5th round guy this year, then do that. You know what I mean? But Will Howard even a 6th round pick, ain't he? But at any rate, I'm not investing that early. I'm not saying Drew Aller don't have the traits. He ain't showed me enough. Throwing under 60%. You know, he played for Penn State. I mean, Penn State is a highly ranked football team. You know, I mean, sometimes quarterbacks make receivers. Receivers don't always make quarterbacks.
I hear that. All right. So now is the time I asked everybody in the chat, the live chat, to stay around for. Man, I'm excited. I got Tate in the general manager's seat. So Tate boy fresh.
I hope I don't perform like Kirby.
Take you in the GM seat, hot seat. Look, all right. So number 1, you're gonna draft for the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right. So I'm just gonna bring you up to speed and tell you who all went, and I'm gonna tell you who all.
So I'm drafting. I'm drafting at the spots assigned to the Steelers.
Spots assigned to the Steelers. Absolutely.
Okay.
Fernando Mendoza went first. Ruben Bain went second to the Jets.
Woo.
Arvell Reese went 3rd to the Cardinals. Sonny Styles went to Tennessee. Jeremiah Love went to New York. David Bailey went to Cleveland at 6. Caleb Downs went to Washington at 7. Carnell Tate went to New Orleans at 8. Francis Mayunga went to Kansas City at 9. Dylan Thieneman went to the Bengals at 10. Go ahead.
No wide receiver off the board yet.
At number 8.
Who was it?
Carnell Tate.
Okay.
Mekhi Lemon went to the Dolphins at 11. Mansour Delane, that's who I've been seeing everybody say we're getting. Went to the Cowboys at 12. At 13, Keon Sadiq went to the Rams. Spencer Fano went to Baltimore. Monroe Freeling went to, here the run on the tackles, went to Tampa Bay. Vega went to the Jets at 16. Jermon McCoy went to the Lions at 17. Keldrick Falk went to the Vikings at 18. CJ Allen went to Carolina at 19, and Akeem Messidor, which I've seen that a lot, went to the Cowboys at 20. So now we're up at pick 21, Tate. Pick 21. Jordan Tyson is first on the list. Emmanuel McNeil Warren, Avion Terrell, Omar Cooper Jr., and Blake Miller are the suggested picks here. Who you got?
I mean, the only thing does that draft, like the Jets taking Julian Love at 5 and they just signed Breece Hall to the franchise tag. I disagree. That's one I disagree with. But if he's sitting there, which is what I'm predicting, and Vegas going, there ain't even no discussion. Run that Jordan Tyson card to the podium now.
Run it to the Pittsburgh Steelers select Jordan Tyson at pick number 21. At pick number 53, we have available here Gabe Lucas, Eli Stowers, tight end out of Vanderbilt, Malachi Lawrence, edge out of UCF.
I'm looking more for guard. Let me know the guards. Let me know the corners. Let me know the safeties.
All right. So at no tackles?
No, I don't need no tackle. I mean, Liz Cook and Broderick Jones, maybe later tackle, but not in the second round.
All right. So Keelan Rutledge is available. We've talked about him at guard.
Who's the highest rated guard left?
Keelan Rutledge.
Okay.
And then you said it's safety. Let's look at safety here. Safety, Kamari Ramsey and Genesis Smith. Zakiya Wheatley, Bud Clark, Michael Taft, all available.
Corner.
At this point. And at corner, let's see. Traden Stukes from Arizona.
Like him a lot, slot.
Davis Igbinosa at
Ohio State.
Ohio State.
You can stop there. Anybody below him is not worth the value at that pick. But I will ask about the middle linebackers one time.
One time for the one time. Let's look at the linebackers. Jake Golday, Josiah Trotter, Kyle Lewis, and Anthony Hill, all available.
Oh, Anthony Hill still there? But you know what? I got Patrick Queen. Not that I couldn't draft a linebacker, but I got to go with my boy Keelan Rutledge. That's in my mock draft. I did them my first 2 picks right there. So I got Tyson and Rutledge. To me, we can get out of here right now. We can go. I got my guard and my wide receiver.
All right, so we got Keelan Rutledge is the pick at 53. At 76, we've got Grayson Halton, Max Clare, Deion Burks, wide receiver. Daryl Jackson Jr. and Connor Liu are the tops here. What position would you like to look at?
Look, go run back to linebacker again.
Okay. At linebacker, we have, I said run backer. Kyle Lewis, Anthony Hill, and Kashawn Elliott.
I can't pass up Anthony Hill in the third. Give me that. Give me
All
that,
right.
Mod. I'm winning. I already know I'm winning. The anti-curb.
The anti-Kirby. We've got the anti. All right, so at pick number 85, we have Connor Liu, Sam Heck, which both of them are centers. Tight end Sam Roush, Jalen Farmer guard, and Dalen Everett cornerback.
Ooh, I like that.
Yes.
Who is safety?
Let's see here. Safety, Genesis Smith, Zakiya Wheatley, Bud Clark, and Michael Taft.
So
you pick 14 picks later.
Yeah, I'm picking 99. I'm gonna go ahead and take the corner out of Georgia.
Dalen Everett?
Yep.
Good pick. I co-sign with that pick. Good pick. All right. So right here, you got Garrett Nussmeier, Drew Aller, Jonah Coleman, Malachi Fields, and Keyshawn Elliott are all available as top picks right here at pick 99. Keep in mind, you haven't even addressed the wide receiver position.
Not again yet. I addressed it with Tyson, but go ahead and tell me the wide receivers available. I don't want Malachi Fields.
Tyson. Dejon Stribling, Ole Miss, Brennan
I like
Thompson. Mississippi State, C.J. Daniels, Reggie Vigil, Eric McAllister, and Jacoby Lane.
So Hurst gone, obviously.
Let's see. Let's see if we got Hurst. Hurst is out of here. Montgomery's still there. Yeah.
Montgomery, yo, dude, the little fella out of this little small school.
Mm-hmm.
What about who at tackle right now?
Yep, Bernard is gone. James Bernard been gone. Let's see here. Tackle Demetrius Crownover, Texas A&M. Cage Casey, Brian Parker from Duke.
I'm looking for Bell. He obviously gone.
Yeah, gone. Tackle.
All right, well, I'm
But
gonna
you
go
got
ahead
Garrett
and
Nussmeier. You got Drew Aller.
I told you about quarterbacks in my first 5 picks. Not happening.
Okay.
Not happening.
You got Malik Muhammad at corner.
I already got a corner. I don't need that now.
Okay.
I do need another wide receiver. I could use the development of tackle. Safety, I need, but this gets tough here. Go ahead and tell me the safety and wide receiver again.
Safeties, the Key Wheatley, Bud Clark, Michael Taft, and Cole Wisniewski from Texas Tech.
And wide receiver, so my boy gone. Trey Lance brother gone.
Let's see. All right. McAllister, Jacoby Lane, Cyrus, Caleb Douglas, Kevin Coleman. It was a run on wide receivers. They gone. They out of here.
Damn, man. This.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
It makes it difficult, but I'll go ahead just because I like him. I may be overdrafting, but doing this just based off the visual and not seeing the board and positions in need. D tackle. One more. I don't think you told me D tackles yet because I got a safety, but let me hear D tackle first.
Okay. Let's see. Dante Corleone, Caleb Proctor.
Run it. Corleone, run it.
Corleone.
Cincinnati, right? Run it.
Yep. All right. So the next pick at 121, Garrett Nussmeier, Carson Beck, Bud Clark, Xavier Harris, and Tyreek Sapp.
But Bud Clark, I was great to take him at 99. No, I was reaching, but now I got him at 121. Yeah, I'm winning.
All right. They said Corleone, good pick. Draft Clark, got him. The bag secured. So you have at 135, Carson Beck, Jalen Kilgore. And I think Carson Beck is right where the Steelers think he would be. And the people who are in love in the Steelers organization at 135 would think this is a steal. But we're not dealing with them. We're dealing with Tay Boy Fresh. We have Charles Demings and Stephen F. Austin, Mason Rieger.
I need another wide receiver.
Let's see here. Another wide receiver. Cyrus Allen, Caleb Douglas, Kevin Coleman, Josh Cameron from Baylor. It's a name. Chase Roberts, Xavier Thomas, Tyron Montgomery, Noah Thomas, Michael Sturvant, J. Michael Sturvant, who, at first look, 6'2", 213, ran a 4.340. Dylan Bell from Georgia.
This is my 5th pick, and you said the top. Give me the top 3 wide receivers again.
Cyrus Allen from Cincinnati, Caleb Douglas from Texas Tech, and Kevin Coleman from Missouri.
Missouri?
Yeah.
Oh.
Kevin Coleman, the little fella.
Yeah. What's tough, Mod? You probably holding people off the board trying to force me to take Beck. But
I'm not. Listen, Carson Beck, Jalen Kilgore, the cornerback from South Carolina, Emmett Johnson, the running back from Nebraska, Marlon Klein, the tight end from Michigan, Mason Rieger, the edge from
run that edge, Wisconsin.
All right, so running Rieger, got it. Chat was banging on the table for Kevin Coleman. You didn't.
I started too, but you kind of talked me off when you said another little fella.
And Lorenzo Style, cornerback, Ohio State, Big G. What's up, G? Salute, baby. All right. Nicholas Singleton, Devin Marshall, a cornerback from North Carolina State, Jake Knott, running back from Oklahoma, Nate Borshire, tight end from Texas A&M, Jeremiah Wright, guard from Auburn, Kay Klubnik, quarterback from Clemson, are your top choices here. Let's say who we picked already. Let's do that. Let's go back over our picks. Jordan Tyson, number 1 at 21. Keelan Rutledge, number 2 at 53. Anthony Hill, number 3 at 76. Dalen Everett, smoking, number 3 at 85. Dante Corleone, number 3 at 99. Fourth round, Bud Clark at 121. And Mason Rieger, a fourth round at number 135.
All right, I got to get a receiver here. Just tell me the receivers.
All right. Wide receivers, Kevin Coleman still on the board. Josh Cameron, Eric Rivers, Jeff Caldwell, and Aaron Anderson.
Give me Jeff Caldwell.
Jeff Caldwell, wide receiver.
4-3-1-6-5. Give me that right now.
And got it. He is off the board. All right. At number 216, Eli Hendricks, fullback from Navy, the do-it-all fullback from Navy. Bryson Eason, defensive tackle from Tennessee. Oscar Delp, tight end from Tennessee. Desmond Reed, the running back from Pittsburgh. Isaiah Nakwobia, the safety from SMU. And Robert Spears Jennings, the 4-3 safety from Oklahoma, is all on the board.
The tackle right now. Tackle and tight end is what I'm looking at.
Okay, so Bryson Eason is your top tackle there, but let's look at the top 3. Bryson Eason, Nick Barrett from South Carolina, and Devin Eastern from Minnesota, your guys, to name a few. James Thompson is there, but he's a 253 pick. And then you said tight end. Let's look at the tight end position. Oscar Delp, Riley Nowaski from Indiana.
Nowakowski, give me him. Fullback, H-back, tight end from Indiana. That's my guy.
Run the card up.
Run it up. At pick what? At pick 214, where we at?
216.
Oh, yeah, come on, give me that.
A draft value of 229 is where he was supposed to be taken.
Okay, but I need that.
Yep.
At this point, you ain't drafted best available. You draft some best what you need. At this point.
All right. So you're cooking, man. 3 more picks left.
Ooh,
3 more picks left.
Okay.
All right. Desmond Reed, TJ Hall, Robert Spears Jennings, aforementioned safety I told you that runs a 4-4-3. Parker Brailsford, Damani Jackson, and Robert Henry Jr., the running back from UTSA. All are your top picks here.
I'm still looking at D tackle.
All right. So Nick Barrett from South Carolina, Devin Eastern from Minnesota, Tyler Oniyidum from Texas A&M, and James Thompson from Illinois.
I remember watching James Thompson play in the Big Ten. Man, yeah, I don't know what to do here, so I'm just going. What if I haven't got one yet? Yeah, Hurst been gone, Ken. I tried to get Hurst at 99, he was gone. But yeah, man, go ahead and I need an offensive tackle to develop. And the top three again.
Let's go offensive tackle. Uh, Filet for Moy, tackle from Wake Forest. Keegan Frost, Raleigh Malman from Wisconsin, Travis Burke from Memphis, and Michael Pettis from Florida State.
I'm gonna go ahead. Who the top rated one you said first was who?
Falai for Moe from Wake Forest.
And his size on him?
We are looking at 6'5", 317. He was a redshirt senior.
So got some experience. He could be a depth guy, potentially practice squad guy. At this pick, give me that. I'll take that.
All right.
Not really knowing a lot about him, and so keep in mind, live chat, people out there that this is where I'm throwing darts.
All right. So Robert Spears Jennings, safety. Damani Jackson, Robert Henry, halfback UTSA. TJ Guy, edge from Michigan, and Nick Barrett, defensive tackle.
Those the best available. Okay, Reds wouldn't know he down there in the 901 Tennessee. Shout out Reds. Yeah, man. Okay, so I got a tackle last time. Just go ahead and tell me I need some big. Give me the defensive line tackle prospects as it is now.
Nick Barrett, who's been available since the war, he's there. Devin
like
Easton,
it's a civil war.
Devin Easton at 238 should have been gone. Tyler Oniyidim from Texas A&M and James Thompson from Illinois. Same picks.
I'm gonna go ahead and go to dude for Texas Tech. And I think Texas A&M.
Yeah, Tyler Oniyidim.
And size on him versus size on the dude for Thompson from Illinois. The two sizes on them.
Okay, so 6'3", 295. He's a grad senior.
That's Texas A&M guy.
Texas A&M guy. James Thompson Jr. 6'6", 310. Senior.
Run it, run Thompson. Big 10 ball. We don't care about no speed and all that. We care about this power game, mushing you in the face.
Caleb Lomu is gone.
He's gone.
He's out of here.
Hey, Ken, we had picked like 240 something.
We had 237 last pick of the draft for the Steelers. Damani Jackson, cornerback, Alabama. Robert Henry, UTSA, running back. Nick Barrett. I told you he's been available since the Civil War. Noah Thomas, wide receiver, Georgia. Caden Wetjen, wide receiver, Iowa. Jalen Daniels, quarterback, Kansas. And
Run it. My project.
Jalen Daniels.
Run it. Taylor. Right. Taylor Green is what I want.
Taylor Green. Okay.
Oh, you Kansas. Yeah, Jake. Yeah. No, I want Taylor Green to be available.
Taylor Green is available.
Run it.
And so is Cole Payton from North Dakota State.
They brought Cole Payton in for a visit. Take him.
Cole Payton?
Yep, take Cole Payton.
All right. So analyzing the draft, you got two new awards. And let's see where you're at. But you're in the bottom 22 of all Steelers drafts.
I don't care about that. I know what I got.
They can't lowball you. They know you know what you got.
Yeah, I know what I got.
Yeah, so I'm gonna download this. I'm gonna put this in the Know It All chat. What's up, Dwayne, man? What's up, G? It's good to have you in here, man.
Thanks for tapping in for this for this mock draft that might get Omar Khan job taken from him.
He said, "Facts." I put Peyton in the. He said,
ask the live chat what they thought. Read it down one more time and ask them what they think.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Live chat. Make sure that you sound off on this. All of you who are in the live chat, give Tate a grade. I want to hear a grade. I know he got higher than a Z, which is what Kirby got. Kirby got a Z. I was watching that live. It was hard to watch. Really hard to watch. At pick number 121, Jordan Tyson is who Tate picked. wide receiver, Arizona State. Round 2, pick number 53, Keelan Rutledge, guard from Georgia Tech is who Tate picked. And round 3, number 76, Anthony Hill Jr., middle linebacker from Texas, is who Tate picked. In round 3, pick number 85, at cornerback, Tate picked Dalen Everett from Georgia. Really good pick. In round 3, the third round, there's the last of the third round picks. Tate picked at number 99, Dante Corleone, and the Godfather, who will make you
D tackle Cincinnati, right?
D tackle Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
Round 4, first pick of round 4, number 121. Tate's pick was safety Bud Clark from TCU. And the second pick in round 4, which is 14 picks later, at 135, Tate picked Mason Rigger, edge from Wisconsin. Round 5, number 161, Tate picks another wide receiver, Jeff Caldwell from Cincinnati.
Hey, from a total knowledge perspective, the draft ends for me right there. Total knowledge. Everything else is me listening to you tell me available. I'm all them guys I scouted, I know, I've identified up to that point. Now I hear what you said from here. I really don't even remember nobody else. But go ahead.
Lies for the end, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Riley Nowitzki, tight end from
count him in mind. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Indiana, number 216. Tackle at 224, Falae Fayamo from Wake Forest, at 224. And round 7, 230, James Thompson Jr., Illinois defensive tackle. And then the last pick, Cole Payton, quarterback, North Dakota State, is in the room. He said, Tate, how many 30 visit players you think the Steelers will draft? I'll say B+ grade on your draft. For Reginald Rivers. For Gary Styles, solid B for Tate. I like this draft. Could have taken an offensive tackle earlier.
I asked about the tackle earlier, but nobody was there for the value to me. I really thought around 85, 99 I could get Bell out of Miami, but he wasn't there, so I wasn't reaching.
B+ availability is a plus. All right, so let's jump on Reginald's question. He said, Tate, how many 30 visit players you think the Steelers will draft? I say 5, B+. I'm glad he asked that. I have the 30 visits up right now. The people who visited already is Khalil Dinkins, Penn State tight end, Kyle Lewis, linebacker from Pittsburgh, Carson Beck.
That pick, that visit don't count because he local. Yeah. Lewis pick don't count. Well, he visited, but he don't count against 30.
Okay. And here's local. These are the non-local visits that I'm reading now. Carson Beck, March 17th. Cole Payton was March 20th. Jeff Caldwell visited March 16th. Kendrick Law, wide receiver, Kentucky, visited March 16th. Denzel Boston just visited. Jeremy Bernard, Alabama, will visit in April. Dates unknown. Markel Bell, Miami, offensive tackle. He visited March 6th. Keelan Rutledge, Georgia Tech, visited on the 20th. Defensive lineman, who you drafted, James Thompson Jr., Illinois, March 19th. He visited. Jacob Rodriguez, Texas Tech, visited March the 20th. L. Perkins Jr. From LSU visited on today. He just visited, actually. And then Ephesian Sarok from Washington visited March 2nd. Chris Johnson, San Diego State, March 17th. And Takaro Davis visited on the 20th. So, out of those guys, how many do you think they're going to actually draft?
I agree. Right? I heard about 5. I mean, so I picked James Thompson late, not knowing that he visited. I drafted Keelan Rutledge. I drafted James Caldwell or Michael Caldwell, the wide receiver of Cincinnati. Let me ask you
Jeff,
this now, Ma.
Jeff Caldwell.
What's his name?
Jeff.
Jeff Caldwell. Yeah. Let me ask you this, Ma. Who's gonna go higher? Thanks, Mark. Who's gonna go higher between your boy Anthony Hill and another linebacker in Texas, Jacob Rodriguez? Who goes higher?
So all of everybody who I'm hearing, it's going back and forth, right? They're saying Anthony Hill could make it into the first round, but they're also saying Jacob could make it into the first round because all he's ever done was been a ball hawk, and all Anthony's ever done is been a ball hawk. Both of them are smart. I think in the athletic factor, Anthony Hill has the advantage, and that's just not me being a homer.
Yeah,
I think he's definitely when you look at
and he younger. He younger too.
yeah, you look at both of them together. I think Rodriguez, you have to keep cleaner in order for him to be an effective linebacker. You got to keep people off of him. Anthony Hill is one of them that you can muddy the road, and Buddy's still gonna get to the ball. He's like that. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm a betting man, I go with Anthony Hill. I think Anthony Hill goes earlier in the draft than Jacob Rodriguez, but I could see both of them making it there, right? Kenneth Jones said, I love to have Hill, and Hill could cover as well. That is a truth. That's a true statement. That's a true statement.
Well, I didn't even think to ask about Rodriguez when I made the Hill pick. I was just so excited that Hill was there, and I know the upside, right? To get that at 76 and know the upside is first round potential that fell that far, to know he's 6'3", 235 and can run like a deer, I gotta have that. Now, Jacob Rodriguez to me is all production, right? Which is good. You know what I mean? But he's kind of more reached his ceiling to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would Mark. I would take either guy. But if I'm picking, that's why I asked Mark, because I'm picking between the two. I don't even know if Jacob Rodriguez was available, and I didn't ask. But just the fact that Hill was available tells me that I would take Hill first. I took him without asking.
Yeah, but you're right about that. You're right about, because I one thing I'll say as a Texas fan, you have to understand Anthony Hill was Colin Simmons before Colin Simmons, right? Anthony Hill played defensive end when he first came to Texas, and all they did was say see ball, get ball. He didn't know any terminology, no nothing. They just said go run and tackle. And when you can take a dude and say go run and tackle, he's an athlete at that point, and then you turn him into a official green dot linebacker who's smart, who sees everything happening in front of him and can still play with the type of production that Anthony Hill Jr. played with. Sign me up for that.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I agree, which is why he was available. I ran because I thought about him in the second, right?
Yeah.
Tell my boy Claude to scroll through the chat and look at the grades my draft got.
Yeah, Claude, we got the draft, and I'll read it back for you because I think you're just now getting here. But let me answer this question. He said Rodriguez is a dog. How much does his front help? And it's what I said earlier, right? And Tate, I said this. I said if the road gets muddy for Rodriguez, if the road gets muddy for Rodriguez, you got to keep him clean. If you keep him clean, he's productive. He's very productive. He's going to get to the ball. He's going to get to the action. He's actually going to make some plays. He's going to punch the ball out. He's going to intercept some stuff. Keep the boy clean. But Anthony Hill Jr., if you keep him, even if you don't keep him clean, he has the wherewithal to get to the ball and make things happen because he was a see ball, hit ball kind of guy when he first started, right? That was Anthony Hill Jr. So,
you know what I hear you saying?
What's that?
Anthony Hill Jr. is the pick.
Yeah,
between the two.
He's like Anthony Hill Jr. That's what it is. But Do I think that Jacob Rodriguez is gonna be? He's gonna be a dang good pro if you put him in the right. He's Teddy Bruschi to me. That's what I see when I see Jacob
good comp. Good comp.
Yeah, when I see Teddy Bruschi, I see a guy who, if he's playing around that type of talent, is gonna mess up everything.
He could be the rookie the Browns got last year, Schlesinger. He could be that.
Yeah. Absolutely. But when it comes down to it, the more athletic out of the two, and the more I think the more traditional green dot who you need to kind of muddy stuff up, get out there and play, and is coming downhill, who's not gonna dodge a block, that's Anthony Hill Jr.
I'm with you.
Yeah, definitely. So Tate, again, kudos on your draft. We're going to go over it again. You guys, I've seen some B pluses. I've seen some solid Bs. But before we go, I need to see the rest of the chat. The rest of you guys, I need y'all to chime in, right?
You're not. We talked about it backstage. You had a graphic for it and everything. You was going to bring up something about the positional value for wide receiver. You're not going to go over that still?
Yeah, we're going to talk about that too. I'm going to go over your draft one more time. Thank you for reminding me, Tate. Wide receiver, Jordan Tyson. It was your first pick. Keelan Rutledge was pick number 2. Anthony Hill Jr. was pick number 3. Dalen Everett was pick number 4. Dante Corleone, pick number 5. Bud Clark, pick number 6. Mason Rieger, pick number 7. Jeff Caldwell, pick number 8. Raleigh Nowalski, pick number 9. Falaye Fayomi, pick number 10. James Thompson Jr., pick number 11. Pick number 12, Cole Payton.
Those last two guys had visits too, right? Yep. Cole Payton had a visit. James Thompson had a visit.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I think the see, I understand that, but if I wasn't trading back. If I trade back, I take Cooper, right? If I could trade back. But Tyson there, I'm taking him. The Steelers have taken, think about it, the past couple of years, they took Peyton Wilson, took Darnell Washington, took Troy Fautanu. All these dudes they hit. They all had injury concerns too. You know what I mean? Sometimes, hey, that talent there.
Peyton Wilson, especially, he failed because of his injury concerns.
I mean, and we talking about the hamstring, which is a soft tissue injury. I mean, a rest from last season to going to the next, he should be good. And his other 2 injuries, one was the knee 2 years ago. He got that repaired. That hadn't been an issue since 2 years ago. And a broken clavicle bone. That's just a hit, hard hit. Happen to anybody. So I understand there are concerns, but that talent at falling to 21, give me that.
There's Omar Cooper Jr.
Like him a lot. I can get that at 27 though. That's why I said if I could trade back and Tyson wasn't there, yeah, that's 6'2", 200, that contested catch rate, that ability to switch in between outside and slot with Michael Pittman Jr. being a power slot. And I know Mike McCarthy can do something with him.
Yeah, absolutely. So speaking of wide receivers, this is where we at. He said, Tate, thanks for the $2, Claude Bishop. He said, Tate, your draft is better than G's, but whose isn't? Hey, G, you catching strays out here in these streets, man. You catching strays.
You got. Hey, I'm not. I just know what G would do, Claude. I'm saying, it's your brother. You gotta defend your brother. So, Claude, I wouldn't do it, Claude. But it's my brother for real.
Yeah, listen, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I gotta tell my brother he catching strays. He can't catch strays out here, man. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it here. We ain't gonna go into it, but I will talk because I want you here for this conversation. This is why I believe it's important for the Steelers to draft wide receivers. Today, something very interesting happened. The market has been reset for wide receivers. The highest paid wide receivers in the NFL on a per year basis is now Jackson Smith and Jigba. Jackson Smith signed a deal that's going to pay him out $42.15 million a year. Right? Jamar Chase is making 40. Justin Jefferson is making 35. CeeDee Lamb 34. DK Metcalf 33 and Garrett 32. The market's only going to go up from here, bro. The market's only going up from here. I'm looking at when I look at the whole thing here, I'm looking at it from this vantage point. The Cowboys have to re-sign George Pickens, and now with the market reset, right now we have a tag on him, which 27. But if we were to sign the tag now, that's 28. That's $28 million. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the between the highest and the lowest. Whew. You know what I'm saying?
It's the average between the top 5. So you could drop Garrett Wilson, add all them up, divided by 5, and that's what your franchise tag could be next year.
Yeah, bro. And it's like you got to get rookie wide receivers. Speak to it, Tate. Why you have to get rookie wide receivers now?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's kind of what I was alluding to. Right now, you see DK on the list. He's number 5 on the list at 33. We got that locked in at 33, which is why I say you don't trade him or get off of him because he's a elite wide receiver, regardless of what you thought his production was last year, for $33 million. You're gonna be paying number 2 wide receiver soon, $25 million. You know what I mean? So the value, sign these guys when you do, keep them because the market's steady going up. Say like this draft we just did, I get Jordan Tyson. Jordan Tyson predicted to be one of the top 3 wide receivers in this draft going into it, along with Tate and Lemon and Tyson. If he plays out, I mean, so and he has a year. I've we're talking about in 5 years, you got to re-sign him. It could be 50. You know what I mean? So you get him now on a rookie contract. You control him for the next 5 years as DK, Michael Pittman Jr. phase out. Now you got a guy you ready to invest in again, hopefully. It's about the simple mathematics of it. And I trust Omar Khan completely into doing all this stuff. But, like, it's the value. I mean, a first-round guard, you're not getting quite the bang. Yeah, you got him for the 5th-year option. It can guard him and stuff, too. But you talking about somebody to make $25 million versus controlling somebody that can make up to $45 million right now.
Yeah,
I got it, wide receiver, edge, corner, and probably offensive tackle. Obviously, we know quarterback. Steelers not paying that. So, you got to get 2 wide receivers. I would have did better. I like Tyson. I like Caldwell, but Caldwell would have been like my 3rd selection. But every time I asked mine, like the guys was gone when I checked for Hurst at 99 or anybody else, and Caldwell being 6'5", 4'3", 140. That's a project, but it's in my room. I can work with it. So yeah, the smart money say those high value positions are the ones you want to control, whose contract you want control over.
Yeah, and so that makes signing a wide receiver, wide receiver, more valuable at this moment because it's like, he just reset the market, bro. I mean, he just reset the market is different now. You know what I mean? The market is different. So we're looking at
think about it. The Seattle Seahawks had both Jackson and DK at the same time. They made a business decision. They let DK go. He got his money. Jackson Smith next year later break the market. Now, if they was paying Jackson and DK was still there, we talking about them paying upwards of 75 more than the Bengals pay for their wide receivers.
Right. Yeah. So there's a question, Reginald Rivers. Great question. Right now we're between 25 and 31. Right. That's where we're at right now. We still can cut Malik Hooker. We can still cut Terrence Steele, but we actually remade Terrence Steele's contract that gave us some more space. So we restructured it. We restructured Jake Ferguson, DeRon Bland, Tyler Smith, Dak, and CD. We restructured, just pushing a button. When you hear restructure, all they did was just put in false years, gave you a signing bonus, which goes towards that year, and then move what they were supposed to pay you to an off year. You know what I'm saying? So it's like salary cap exists, but it doesn't exist, right? So I mean, Tyrone Patton, man, gotta go on and hit you off. I don't think either
Whoa.
Kuiper Jr.
Whoa.
I don't think either Kuiper Jr. tight, man. I think that's a crazy. No, I don't. Mel Kiper is way too exaggerated, and I think he's way too impacted or influenced by his conglomerate. You know what I mean? They will put their stamp of approval on a guy and say this is a guy, and sometimes he's not a guy. Sometimes it's just a player.
He taking money from agents, boost guys' value up.
Absolutely.
Hey, it's America. I know plenty of high level politicians that do that. Good for you, Mel Kiper.
So he's breathing palms out here, man. You know what I'm saying? And look, listen, I work with kids. Hey, but like I said, man, when it comes down to it, in the situational NFL that we live in, get a wide receiver, Pittsburgh. Get a wide receiver. Get 3 if you could in this draft, right? You need to, because at this point, the market value for wide receivers has just went up. It's through the roof, and you can't. In a pass happy NFL, you got to have guys who can go out there and catch the ball and get off the line and really position themselves like a basketball player to catch the freaking football. You got to have it. You got it.
But Mark, that's why I even say somebody like Tyson in the first versus somebody like Zachariah Branch in the second. That extra threat that you're moving around with DK and Pittman is going to influence defenses more than a guy like Branch being on the field. He will, but Tyson is another potential number 1 receiver you add into what you got. I think that opens up the game for Freiermuth, for Jalen Warren, for Rico Dowdell, for everybody. I mean, so yeah, you want as many capable pass catchers on the field, really good pass catchers as possible.
And I second that emotion, because if you remember, during the draft, and you guys, you've got to watch our draft coverage. I don't care what you guys are doing that day, plug in with us on the NFL draft, because we have some good stuff and we always have some good information. And Tate, I said this. I said it. I said Torrey Horton is a guy. If he hadn't got hurt, he would have been a guy. And what you just said.
I liked him last year too at Colorado State. I remember him vividly. I want the Steelers to get him.
Yeah.
I mean, like the 3rd or 4th. But yeah, you're right. He was. And you called it.
And what you just said is evidence to why the Steelers need to get another guy like a Tyson, because guess what? Jackson, Cooper.
Hey, can I ask you a question, Ma? Your guy, you just said Horton for Colorado State.
Yeah.
Why did he drop to where he was at?
Because of his injury.
Thank you. And he was a beast last year. Now he did get hurt, but he killed the Steelers for 2 touchdowns.
But that's where I was going. That's exactly where I was going. I was driving down that street. When you got another guy like Torrey Horton who can put pressure on defenses, what are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? So you shut the main 2 guys down. You shut Cooper Kupp. You shut Jackson down. And now you got to deal one-on-one with a wide receiver who should be wide receiver 1 somewhere, right? And so it makes your offense that more potent. So I agree totally with you. He said agree totally. Next year, DK's deal will be a bargain at this rate. All right. I got it. So we're getting ready to get out of here, man. We do have shows coming tonight, man. Make sure that Minister Yens, you plug in to Minister Yens, Big G's rant. He's going to be banging on the table at 6:00 tonight. You don't want to be, and he has a guest there too. I'm not going to give the guest away because, some of you might or might not. Never mind. I'm not giving the game away for who's going to be there. And then, of course, we have right after the NBA Weekly. That'll be tonight. Tate will be talking about that as well. Then Tate's show's coming up. Tate's Take. Tell us a little bit about this, Tate.
The return of the steel curtain. Why with some of the same players and some infusion of some youth, potentially as a couple of other positions. We looking for a safety, corner potentially just to throw in the mix, but with pretty much the same players. Why this defense can be better this year than it was last year because of Patrick Graham's defensive scheme and his aggressive mentality, and the fact that the Steelers offense will be capable of scoring more points, thus allowing them to apply more pressure and play more aggressive. And from a hunting perspective, this season than they have been the past few seasons, playing 17 to 14, 20 to 17 games. Return of the steel curtain. Tate.
Right after that, we got Smash the Gas. And talk to me about this, bro.
Yeah, Tate's Take is during the day. This is the evening at 8:00, Wednesday evening.
Yes, sir.
Plug and play options, right? You know, I'm big on wide receiver. Big G is big on offensive line. From a perspective standpoint, what each could do for this offense this year. We're gonna talk about that. What a guy like Vega plugging at guard does versus what getting somebody like Tyson playing him as wide receiver 3 in Mike McCarthy's offense. What that does from each of those perspective positions, what it does for the offense for the Steelers.
Love it, man. And then last, we have a little bit later on the show, from coast to coast. Man, that goes so hard. I don't know why you don't like. But anyway, this with you and Devin. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, I mean it's a great intro, Ma. Just a little too hooky for me. You know, I ain't no R&B dude, man. You know, but nah, coast to coast with the homie Dev, West Coast little homie. We're gonna talk about the West Coast offense. She out west, talk about the West Coast offense. Damn, who the quarterback is, Mike McCarthy. How you gonna allow them to cook? I mean, maybe it's a different schematic from each of the potential quarterbacks who we know now. Even we think it'll be Aaron Rodgers, we got to consider if it's Mason Rudolph or Will Howard. What it looks like, what Mike McCarthy's trying to accomplish. Ma kind of went into it earlier, as far as the tight end being more involved, as far as the choice routes and stuff like that, in the zone running scheme. Not as much as a wide zone running scheme like Arthur Smith, but a more zone blocking running scheme between the tackles that somebody like Rico Dowdell can thrive in. We've seen him do it before.
Yes, sir. And again, thank you guys for rocking with us. This was Tate's draft, his mock draft here. I think, you guys get an opportunity to see that. I will be posting this up to the Know It Alls webs to our YouTube, so you'll get a chance to see Tate's draft. But this is who he drafted, man. I mean, listen, I think this is solid. I mean, I think it's really solid. I would be really happy. Steelers Nation, would you be happy with this draft? Would you be happy with the guys that he has drafted in this draft? Is this a draft for the record books? We already know it's better than Kirby's. We know that.
They tripping with that D+ on Keelan Rutledge though. But these the same people that drafted Julian Love to the Jets, who just re-signed Breece Harper. Not Breece Harper, that's the baseball player.
Go to the Jets. He went to,
you said 5, the Jets took Julian Love, what you said.
The Giants.
Oh, the Giants. Oh, that makes more sense. Okay.
The Giants.
I won't knock them then.
Yeah, the Giants took it. So yeah, but this is Tate's pick, and we're definitely gonna have that posted. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Like us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube and Twitch. So when we go live, you'll definitely get those notifications. And if you're not a member, please take the opportunity to be a member. We have special things that we are posting in the membership line. A lot of the videos you'll see first, the members will receive first before they actually go live. And we do that on a purpose because we want to make sure that we connect with you guys, our fans, our listeners, our parishioners, our family, the know-it-all nation, the people we rock with. You know what I'm saying? We want to make sure that we give you the best and give you guys all of the information that we want. We thank you for all of the super chats here. He said B-. B-.
Okay, I can live with that. I'm thinking he like the 4th, maybe 5th best guard behind Vega, behind Pregnon, and it might be one other dude I'm missing. He's definitely in the 4 or 5 discussion for guard. And I like his mentality. You know, he's Mason McCormick on the other side. Big G said he better than Mason McCormick. So, hey, I can live with that. If second round pick, and I got my wide receiver, I was ready to stop drafting right then.
Hey, we out of here, man. I really appreciate everybody for being a part of the Know It All chat. And guess what, man? Like I said, we are out of here. We're gonna see you a little bit later on tonight with Big G, with his rant banging on the table. And again, we're here all week, man. Make sure that you check and tap in with the Know It Alls. We out of here. Peace.
Yeah. Look, my opinion is my opinion. And my advice, you should listen. Talking love, no competition. Unbiased, forgot to mention. This is the show.